they're actually celebrating their Chinese New Year, And then when I started to teach students internationally on Fiverr, I had a lot of friends from China who actually told me that in the Chinese calendar, the New Year is celebrated with a festival which is world-renowned festival. It's known as the Spring Festival, and it has a very sacred meaning in the Chinese culture. My Chinese students can correct me if I'm wrong anywhere. So yep, that's something I wanted to share with you. Why I'm sharing this thing, to actually tell you that every calendar related to all the religions, it's important to them, and they have their certain events that are taking place as well. Okay, moving further to the second paragraph over here, which says that, therefore, the Islamic calendar begins in the 7th century CE. The Islamic centuries align with the Hijri calendar and are not directly tied to the Georgian calendar. Yes, as we know that the Islamic dates are different and the English dates are different, right? For example, the 1st century in Islamic calendar compasses the year 1 AH, means 1 after Hijri, to 100 AH. And the 2nd century covers from 101 AH to 2nd AH, all right? So that's the Islamic version of Hijris, okay? I hope you understand the English centuries and the Islamic centuries. They're different, all right? They're not tied to one another and exactly the same, all right? Then we come to another paragraph, the third one, this one, all right? So it further points out that the Islamic calendar, also known as the Hijri calendar, was established after the migration of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ from Mecca to Medina, known as the Hijrat. Before the Hijrah, there was no formal Islamic calendar in use. However, let me just tell you this thing, that this point over here, there was no formal Islamic calendar in use before that. I cannot 100% second this point, okay? We all need to do our research in terms of that. So just for the sake of information, it's being used here, disclaimer. So the events of the Hijrah marked a significant turning point in Islamic, I don't know what's happening, oh my God. So it says over here that the events of the Hijrah marked a significant turning point in Islamic history, and the establishment of the Islamic calendar was one of the outcomes of that migration. Okay, I guess there's some kind of pretty wrong with my computer. I don't know. Anyways, so it says that the Islamic calendar is a lunar calendar based on the cycles of the moon, and it uses the year Hijrah as its starting point. Okay. The year of the Hijrah is considered 1 Hijrah. After the Hijrah, the Islamic calendar, prior to establishment of the Islamic calendar, the Arabs and the region was various local calendar systems, including the pre-Islamic Arabian calendars, which were primarily based on a lunar system.